Good morning. On Facebook this week I saw a really fascinating photo. It's this crowd in Russia growing, and it just gets bigger and bigger. It's protesting the war. Ordinary Russians coming out and protesting the war, seeking peace between Russia and the Ukraine. They want an end to the fighting. And all day the authorities were arresting people. And the more they arrested, the more people came, and the crowd just grew and grew. Speaking out to the powerful of their land, speaking out to Vladimir Putin and others who are leading this way of violence and warfare and invasion, standing up for peace. And when people do that, when people stand up against the powers that be, they often bear the consequences. Many of these people have been arrested, and many more will be arrested. In Vladimir Putin's Russia, if you disagree with him, if you stand against him, if you say things against him, you'll bear the consequences. If you speak out against his power and authority, you'll bear the consequences. Some have been imprisoned, others have been silenced in various ways. Some have been pursued across the world and murdered, or attempted murder. Even the opposition leader had an attempt on his life by the authorities. This is not unusual in our world. When people speak out against power, there's retaliation. The power speaks back. There's a reaction against it. There's a defence of the status quo. Those who hold power and have wealth and security and whatever it is they invest their lives in want to hang on to it. When that's threatened, they lash out with more power. We see it all around us. We see whistleblowers who are brought down because they've stood up for what is right, against injustice or oppression or things that have been done to them or others. And they bear the consequences. In the workplace, they're demeaned, demonised, and sacked or driven out of the workplace. People like, even Brittany Higgins standing up for her rights and trying to expose the injustice and the abuse, really. It's been quite some cost to her. The powers would rather silence. And when they get that silence, they're happy. It happens everywhere. And in the story this week, from Luke's story of Jesus, some religious leaders come to Jesus and say, look out, be careful. The local king, King Herod Antipas, one of the sons of Herod the Great, is gunning for you. He's got you in his sights, and he's going to get you. Be careful, get out of here. Jesus stands firm. He says, tell that fox that today and tomorrow I'm healing and doing good works. On the third day it'll be finished. It's kind of an enigmatic phrase or idea that Luke uses. The third day, lots of things happen. The third day is a day of conclusion in many stories of the Bible, but it's also the day of resurrection. Who knows? It is finished is a day of, points to Jesus on the cross where he says it is finished. Who knows? The work will be finished. I guess it's figurative, isn't it? I'm doing these works, and when I'm finished, we'll have our face to face when the time comes, when the time is right. Jesus is not deterred by power. Violent, abusive, controlling, manipulating, unjust power. In fact, he stands against it, and that's his problem. He stands for the way of love and truth and grace. He looks at the people and feels a deep despair for the people who are led in this way, who struggle under the the different levels of power and violence, but also the people who have received this, the prophetic voice, the people, the prophets and others who have stood up against power and tried to lead people in the way of truth and love and life. And they've been rejected, just as he will be rejected. And Jesus' way is to stand for love, an inclusive community of love, a way of peace in the world, where everyone can grow and flourish, where everyone can have what they need, so that there's not too much in the hands of too few and too little in the hands of the rest. Where people have access to resources for their lives, for food and shelter and clothing, education, belonging and community. Where each person can be valued for who they are and what they bring, as a unique child of this God, as someone who brings unique gifts and skills and being into the world. That's what Jesus' vision is about, the vision of God, the reign of God in the world. And he stands for it. And because he stands in this way of love and justice and truth, those who benefit from violence and power and oppression and so on will stand against him, will retaliate, will react against his way, and will use more violence and more violence and more power to overcome him, to silence him and to silence his way, to maintain what is. Jesus' way is a way for all people and the common good. He invites us into this way of life, and through this period of Lent, we're invited to reflect on what it means to walk in this way of Jesus.